Jeff. I'm from Satyik Healthcare. Satyik is a medical tourism company that assists overseas patients in India. And I have guests with me, Mr. Steve and Miss Janet from USA. They came to India for bilateral knee replacements. So, sir, I want to start with you. Could you please give your detailed informations and your introductions?
Yeah, so my name's Steve, this is my wife Janet. I had bad knees, I knew I needed to get them fixed, and I found Vikram and Satyik Healthcare online, and I started communicating with him, and after many months of communication, that led to us coming here and seeing a doctor that he had found for us to get my knees bilateral TKR done.
How did you get to know about Satyik Healthcare?
I just stumbled across you as I was searching for healthcare companies that were the travel tourism companies that could accommodate my needs to make all this an easier process rather than just looking for a doctor or just talking to a hospital. I wanted somebody that could be my point man and knew the way around everything in the system. So I came across you, and your videos or reviews were good. You guys have really good reviews online for your business from past customers and clients, and so I felt really good about that.
So what do you think? What is the role and importance of a medical travel agency?
Well, I think I just mentioned that slightly in my last response, but the idea is that you come to a foreign country and I don't know anything, how to get around, who to talk to about any needs that I have. So by hiring a medical tourism company, I have someone who has connections to the hospital, to the doctors, but also knows your way around everywhere. Like even if you've taken care of all of our taxi stuff and all of that, I was looking today and I was like, I'm so lost. If I had to rent a car or talk to a taxi and tell them where to go, I'd be completely lost. But you've made, by having a company do all that for me, it made that all go very smooth and very easy. So I felt it was very important to have someone here who knew their way around like you to take care of that for me.
Sir, do you recommend medical travelers to choose a medical travel agency for their medical treatment in India?
Yeah, very much. I would suggest that is the best thing for someone to do, to have all of your needs met and somebody on the ground that can take care of everything that you need to have done. I think it would be so much harder to try and do on your own. You've made all this so easy.
Sir, how do you see India as a growing healthcare medical tourism industry?
I don't really know. I have an attitude on it or an opinion on that. You guys were kind of the original, I think, place to go for medical tourism. I know that that's caught on other places around the world, but people still always talk about India as being a place to go and get reasonable health care. So that's all. I don't know the industry or if it's going up or down or...
How was your experience in advancement of medical field, you compare with other countries? Do you satisfy that facility that we have in India?
The hospitals here, compared to what I'm used to, are not as conscious of separation between patient to patient. So that could be a little cleaner in the outer parts of the hospital as you're getting x-rays and MRIs and all of that. So that is kind of my experience. I was a little shocked at first, but I will say that the moment they wheeled me into the operating theater, I 100% felt like I was just like at home. The operating theater was immaculate. Everybody was practicing very safe procedures with either gloves or washing up and not touching anything they should not have. So even though I was a little concerned, until we got into the operating theater, I was very, very satisfied that I was in a first world operating theater.
Sir, could you please tell us that if suppose somebody want to travel to India from USA, so how to get Indian medical visa? What is the process?
That's actually a very easy process. All you have to do is you arranged with the hospital for us to have a service done here, and then the hospital issued it was a medical tourism visa letter. It's the hospital's header on it, and it says that we're allowed to come here for a tourist visa. From there, it's a very simple, mostly simple process online. Took us a couple of days. We submitted it to them, and then they got back to us a couple days later, and we were able to finalize payment, and then we already had it. That was waiting. They sent it to us as a PDF, I think. So we had that printed, and all we had to do is show them that at the customs, and they put it in our passport, no problems.
So, sir, did you visit Indian Embassy physically there?
What's that?
Did you visit Indian Embassy physically there for getting medical visa, or everything was online?
Everything was online. You sent us the letter, we sent the letter to the visa company, and the visa company sent back our visas.
Right.
So we did not have to go to any offices, no embassies, nothing.
Sir, so do you have any suggestions for medical travelers prior coming to India? They should keep something in their mind, or some special arrangement they need to do. Any challenges or anything do you want to advise them?
Biggest is, I think, trying to find somewhere that you're comfortable to stay, while you're here. We have been in Airbnbs, which we thought would be the best way to go. I don't know if it is. We've had a little trouble with that. So a traveler coming here, I would say just make sure you get good accommodation that's going to stand you in good stead if you're recovering from a surgery or you're having to take it slow and easy. You need to find a nice, quiet place. In my case, we found a park across the street where I can walk. So these kind of things you would look for, when you're trying to, find a place to stay while you go to the hospital, because you can be in the hospital, then out of the hospital, and you need somewhere to chill at while you heal. So that would be something important to arrange quality lodging.
Sir, what are the challenges did you face throughout your medical journey?
Yeah, communication has been a problem. Even your English is pretty good, but still, sometimes I speak and you say one thing and I hear another, and vice versa. So that was also a problem in the hospital, and even with my doctors, who many of them spoke good English, but sometimes they weren't getting what I was saying, and I was maybe not understanding what they were saying. That's kind of where you're just taking the. You come far away like this to find a better value and go get some medical care that you need that you can't afford to do in your own country. And you sort of expect by doing that you may encounter stuff that isn't as simple as it would be at home. And so here the language barrier is the part of that it was a little difficult for us in everything from arranging lodging to talking to you, to talking to our doctors, to my pain management through the doctors, because I was saying one thing and they weren't quite understanding. So this, I think, has been our biggest stumbling block. Has just been correct, clear communication with everybody that we are dealing with. But we did choose to come halfway around the world, for medical tourism to a place that isn't your primary language. So we're lucky that people even speak as much English as you do, that you were able to mostly understand me, I'm able to mostly understand you, which means we got mostly everything we need to get done taken care of. So this is a challenge, but you're picking a choice to go far away from home for surgery.
Sir, how was your overall experience with Satya Healthcare, and how do you rate us?
Overall experience was fabulous. You guys did a great job. We've not had to worry about anything since we got here. You've taken care of all the details, from picking us up at the airport to getting us settled in each of our Airbnbs. You moved us in between when we needed to move, and all our trips to the hospital have been taken care of. You went to bat for us with the hospital when they wanted to charge more. Because our man, Vikram, took care of that. Got him to toe the line and make the price what it was supposed to be. So I'd say overall my experience with you guys has been great, and I would highly recommend this company. Both Vikram and Ankit have taken really good care of us the whole time we've been here, and I expect them to continue until we get on the plane.
Thank you, sir.
I would add before you cut that off that what you're saying, we very much felt like you were here to take care of us, and you were treating us like family, and you went the extra yard. You were willing to go late into the night to get drugs and get them to my house. All along we felt like you weren't just focused on money, like you were here to make sure that our experience with this was a good experience, and I very much feel like you gave us that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, madam.
Thank you.